Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jordan, and it's the final round. This is a channel where the episodes come out the day before the lines drop. I just take a look at the data and the stats, and I try to find the best opportunities for players before the lines come out. When the lines do come out, I have a Discord. Link is in the description where discussions go on all day long about the lines. I try to get in there when I can, but I work a full-time job in analytics, and I try to get in there, but there's a lot of smart people who talk about the lines, and they have really good insight when the lines do come out. And you can just take the research I've done, you can compare it to the lines, you can compare it to your own research, and make the best of it. Also, I don't charge for picks. I don't think you should pay for something that you don't know if it's going to work or not. So I do take donations with Cash App and Venmo. The links are in the description. And if you do well and you feel like you want to give back, you can always donate. Or you can press the thanks button on YouTube. That's another way to donate. So if you can, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you can, please leave a comment for the algorithm. It really helps get the channel and the video out there. And I'm running out of just random words to comment for the algorithm. So if you can, just put your favorite basketball team, your favorite NBA team. Mine's Cleveland Cavaliers. Also, I've put myself out there for the past few videos. If you're struggling with gambling and you need someone to talk to, if you're constantly depositing new money every single day and you keep losing that, and if you're using credit or if it's hurting you or your family, I have an email in the description. You can reach out to me and I'm willing to talk to you and try to help you to make better decisions with your money, because it can really be hurtful to a lot of people. But with that, let's dive into these picks. I got 8 of them for you. My first pick is an obvious one. We see the Rockets, so we look at the opposite point guard, and it's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The Rockets give up the most points, the most assists, the most three-pointers made, the most steals, and the most fantasy points to the point guard position. So basically everything except rebounds that they give up a ton to. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be that guy. Over his last 5 road games, he's averaging 31.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. So we can look at points and assists here, or just go overall fantasy points with them not giving up too many rebounds to the point guard position, or you can just look at points by itself. But there's really a lot you can do here with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In my second pick, I haven't really picked many Warriors lately because you just don't know who's going to score, but Steph Curry's kind of stepping back into that role where he's a consistent scorer every single night. He's playing against the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves give up the 5th most points, the 4th most rebounds, and the 3rd most three-pointers made to the point guard position. And pay attention to that most the rebounds that they give up, because Steph Curry over his last 5 road games has 28.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. So with the Timberwolves giving up the 4th most rebounds to the point guard position, you could definitely look at that prop by itself, or you can go with Steph Curry's points plus rebounds. That should be a good option as well. And they're giving up a lot of three-pointers, so he's definitely going to have a prop for that. So a few different props you could play here for Steph Curry. In my third pick, Lauri Markkanen for the Utah Jazz. He's going up against the Raptors. The Raptors give up the 9th most points, the 4th most assists, and the 5th most three-pointers made to the small forward position. And Lauri Markkanen over his last 5 home games, he has 27.5 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. So the Raptors aren't giving up a ton of rebounds to this position, but they are giving up the points and assists. So definitely I'm looking at Lauri Markkanen's points or just his three-pointers made. And my fourth pick, I haven't picked this guy yet, but DeAndre Ayton for the Suns going up against the Hawks. The Hawks give up the 8th most points, the 11th most rebounds, and the 10th most fantasy points to the center position. And DeAndre Ayton, over his last 5 home games, has 20.5 points, 14.5 rebounds, and 3.2 assists. So if they have his scoring prop around 19.5, which is where I've seen it, definitely take a look at that rebound prop, and because he's getting 14.5. But I like his points, and we'll keep an eye on that rebound prop. And my fifth pick, Jalen Duran up against the Wizards. The Wizards give up the 5th most points to the center position. Jalen Duran's averaged 13 points and 12.5 rebounds over his last 5 home games. So they've had his points prop around 9.5. I think this can be a really good spot for him to score. If you want to sprinkle in rebounds, you can, but I think that his rebounds prop is going to be pretty high. So definitely points for Jalen Duran. In my 6th pick, this guy's actually been on fire, Jaren Jackson Jr. He's going up against the Trailblazers, who give up the most points, the 7th most assists, the 5th most 3-pointers, and the 3rd most fantasy points to the center position. So with Steven Adams out, Triple J is going to drop down to the center position. And over his last 5 home games, he has 19.5 points. And I think they've had his line around 17.5, so it's going to be a good spot for scoring. He's averaged 8 rebounds and 4.5 blocks over his last 5 home games. So that 4.5 blocks is huge. You could definitely look at fantasy points here up against the Trailblazers. So we're looking at either just his points prop or his fantasy prop with him getting all those blocks. This is going to be a great spot for him. In my 7th pick, the Spurs, they give up a lot of points to a lot of different positions, but I'm liking the Domantas Sabonis. The Spurs, they give up the 4th most points, the 8th most rebounds, and the 10th most assists to the center position. So that's all the stat categories that Sabonis likes to fill up. And over his last 5 road games, he has 19.5 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists. So it's definitely a good spot for PRA, or we'll take a look where his points, his rebounds, and assists are at. His rebounds is normally around 12.5, so it's going to be around his average. And I think his last points line was around like 18.5 or 19.5. So he definitely can hit this in this matchup against the Spurs. In my 8th pick, on the other side of that, the Kings, they give up the 3rd most points, the 6th most rebounds, the 2nd most assists, and the most fantasy points to the small forward position. And Keldon Johnson, over his last 5 home games, he has 28 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. So this is another spot where we can just take a look at his points prop, or you can look at PRA. Compare them to his averages because they're just giving up a ton, or fantasy points because they're giving up the most fantasy points. So Keldon Johnson should be in a really good spot to have a great game up against the Kings. So that's my 8 picks. Thank you all so much for your patience when I missed a day with a video, and you guys have all been supportive. And also thank you for 5,000 subscribers. I wasn't even thinking of getting this far so quickly, but you guys just keep on subscribing, and I guess you like the content, so I'll keep putting it out there for you guys. But God bless you. I hope you're having a great day, and my name is Jordan. It's the final round. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.